As a global pivotal state, Korea will contribute to the Indo-Pacific and beyond.
Now we will proceed with the cake cutting. If each member could grab a utensil. Yes, grab that one utensil all together. And I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Please join me in welcoming Consul General of the Republic of Korea, Eun Ji-seo. Please give her a round of applause.
And friends of Korea. Among them, I extend my special congratulations to First Corps Commanding General Xavier Bourassin, who just last week was confirmed as a commander of the UNC, CFC, U.S. Forces Korea, and promoted to general. Please give him the big round of applause. General Bourassin, I hope you are ready for the all extra paperwork that comes with the promotion. I'd also like to express my sincere appreciation to the leaders of the Korean community for their participation and contribution to this event. And most importantly, let's not forget the Consulate General staff who worked so diligently to make today a success. In fact, they probably had more sleep this night preparing for this event than during their college days. Please join me in giving them a big round of applause as well. This marks my third time hosting this celebration since I assumed my role in March 2022. I promise before I leave, I will finally memorize everyone's names here. Over the years, I have the privilege of witnessing firsthand evolution of the Korea-US relationship. In 2022, we celebrated 140 years of diplomatic relations, followed by the 70th anniversary of the Korea-US alliance and the 120th anniversary of Korean immigration to the United States last year. Building on this foundation, our relationship has matured into a global comprehensive strategic partnership. We are expanding beyond the security and economic cooperation into science and technology, space exploration, biotech, and even climate change. Last year, South Korea became the largest investor and foreign employer in the US, showing we are not just good at making K-pop and K-drama, K-movies, but also we are making a good quality of jobs. Furthermore, Korea is strengthening its role globally, aiming to be a global pivotal state. We've embraced this role to promote peace, freedom, and prosperity throughout the Indo-Pacific region and beyond. In this spirit, our consulate has been dedicated to advancing Korea's foreign policy objectives, promoting Korea-US relations, and encouraging the Korean-American community to be an integral part of this society. We've engaged numerous initiatives such as supporting Ukraine Refugee Fund, honoring Korean war veterans, and hosting Hanbok Fashion Show. You can see Hanbok I'm wearing right now. Yeah. We even brought the world's first Grand Slam breakdance champion, Ginger Crew, to perform tonight, collaborating with the local performers here to the Benaroya Hall. During the API Heritage Month, we celebrated Korean Heritage Night with the Seattle Mariners. I had the privilege of throwing the first pitch. Yes, it was a strike anyway. More importantly, I became the goddess of victory at that night. I also celebrate Korea Day with the Seattle Opera and the Seattle International Film Festival and co-hosted Korean Thanksgiving Chuseok Festival with Microsoft. Additionally, we've extended educational initiative, launching a Korean bilingual program in an elementary school in Bellevue, and reopening the Korean Education Center under the consulate after 25 years. Most memorably, a 67-member economic delegation led by Seattle's Mayor Bruce Harrell visited Korea for the first time to promote exchanges and cooperation. I was delighted to be a part of that delegation and contribute to strengthening economic ties.
Active Korean American community, you work so hard to make the relationship between Korea and our state so beneficial. I want to say a big thank you to Consul General So, the Dean of the Consular Corps. She's been a tireless partner for our state, and I'm grateful that you are continuing that effort. So congratulations on a great celebration.
Korean American women elected to Congress in its 235-year history, and yes, I am proudly here from Washington State. As I think about this important day, we want to make sure that we are honoring the strong relationship and the ties between the United States and Korea. This relationship is long-standing. It is centered around economic opportunity, trade, defense, and a free and open Indo-Pacific. And on this day and every day, we honor the contribution of Korean Americans, from the very first who arrived in the United States in 1903 to those we welcome today. I also want to take a special moment to thank Consul General Yoon Ji-sil, because she is everywhere. She is tireless, she shows up, she represents her community, and she may be the hardest working Consul General, no offense to anyone else in the room, that I have ever met in my time as an elected official. So thank you for everything you do to foster this very strong relationship. I would be remiss if I didn't also give props to my friend, General Xavier Brunson, who will be in charge of U.S. Forces Korea. I had the honor and privilege of introducing him at his Senate confirmation hearing, and I knew that he would get confirmed with flying colors. But this is very important because Washington State has such a strong and important relationship with Korea, and we ought to make sure that relationship endures. We know that the biggest export from Korea is often popular culture, K-dramas, music, all the fantastic things that people around the world now enjoy, but also leaders in education, in technology, and so much more. It's a remarkable story because when I see veterans who fought in the Korean War and they see images and films of what Korea is today, it brings them to tears. It's a very remarkable story of resilience, of tenacity, and one of the strongest economies in the world.
I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to you, Consul General, for not only your friendship, but your leadership in this community, leading both in front and behind, and we thank you for that. The Republic of Korea and the United States share a 70-year alliance rooted in our common values and mutual respect. In First Corps, we have the privilege of continuing our relationship with our Korean friends through exercises and rotational forces. But we're always proud to share a little bit more of ourselves than just our tactics and how we do our job. We like to share in the culture of Korea. And while we take great honor in our ability to eat bibimbap and barbecue, and of course breakdancing, which I will partake of tonight with the Jinjo crew, Korean culture is an integral part of American life. Tonight, as we celebrate Korean National Day, we honor not only Korea's rich heritage, but also a captivating culture that strengthens our partnership, our ironclad alliance, and lets us remember the spirit of those years long ago that have brought us together and will lead to thousands and thousands of years.
Northeast Asia and on the Korean Peninsula, but it's so much more than that. Over the last...
But Korea's journey since then has been nothing short of extraordinary. Emerging from the devastation of the Korean War, the Republic of Korea rose like a diamond in the rough to become a shining gem of the Indo-Pacific. Today, South Korea is the 14th largest economy in the world and the 4th largest in Asia. A remarkable feat for a nation that rebuilt from the ground up. South Korea is also one of Washington State's most valuable partners. As our 4th largest trading partner, Korea plays a vital role in industries such as aerospace, technology, agriculture, and electronic devices. And I do have a Samsung device right here. You can clap at that. That's perfect. These
No, but I'm going to make this short. Look, I'm so proud. Thank you, Consul General Suh and the Korean Council for every year bringing the community together, not just the Korean American community, but also those stakeholders in our community who make us thrive. I just wanted to share real quickly. A week and a half ago, I took a red eye to Washington, D.C. And the reason I went to Washington, D.C. was because I was actually invited to the White House. And as many of you know, I've served in the Obama administration, so it wasn't my first time going to the White House. But this one was a special occasion. The reason I went to the White House was because President Biden, for the first time in the history of this nation, held a Chuseok festival at the White House. And as a part of that festival, he invited 100 prominent Korean American leaders. I was honored to be one of 100 to be invited. And I'll tell you something. You see many people wearing their hanboks today. I haven't worn a hanbok since my Dol, which is my 100th day. So I wore a hanbok to the White House. We were in community with each other, and the president made special remarks. And I wanted to share something that he said in his special remarks that really stood out to me. He said that whether you've been in this country for a single generation or for many generations, that we contribute to the tapestry of what makes America. That we contribute to the tapestry. And what he's saying basically is that Korean American history is American history. And nothing filled me with more pride than being in the White House wearing a hanbok, representing our heritage in some of the most hallowed grounds on the planet. And I say that not only because our community has come a long way, but because there is a newfound pride in our heritage. And of course, that pride and that prosperity that our community...
Gratitude for the ability that we have to create relationships. Because at the end of the day, in the city, when we think about what we're trying to do, we're trying to create stronger relationships so that all people here can thrive. And just this year, Council General Suh kind of alluded to this, the mayor was able to lead a delegation of over 60 leaders from the Puget Sound to Korea for the first time, to go to learn not only about business practices, but to do an exchange, cultural exchange, an exchange of friendship. And we were so proud to do that.
He will also oversee the UN Command and Combined Forces Command in addressing North Korea's nuclear threats. We are honored to present this plaque in recognition of his leadership and dedication. Please join us in giving a warm round of applause. F-18 Hornet. He took command of Navy Region Northwest in May 2022. We are honored to recognize his dedicated service with this plaque. Please join us in giving a warm round of applause. From 2018 to the present, as the Chief Executive and President of Seattle Symphony and Benaroya Hall, he has contributed greatly to cultural exchanges between Korea and the United States by successfully holding the concerts of pianist Cho Sung-jin and soprano Cho Soo-mi, both commemorating the 70th anniversary of the Korea-U.S. alliance. Certificate of Appreciation reads, with sincere appreciation, the concert worked for Seattle Opera as the General Director since 2019. Thanks to her, the consulate held a very special collaborative event with Seattle Opera, Korean Day, last May in celebration of AAPI Heritage Month. M. Gantar. Mark Gantar is the president of the Consular Association of Washington and has made significant contributions to international relations. His grandfather, Captain Gantar, was a distinguished U.S. Navy officer who served in World War II and the Korean War. The official proclamation reads, "It is a great honor and pleasure to express the everlasting gratitude of the Republic of Korea and our people for the service you and your countrymen have."
Just very quickly, I want to say to General Brunson, I hope that your breakdancing is better than your ball throwing. What a great occasion to be here with all of you celebrating Korea National Day. I am so proud to say that in the city of Tacoma, we have a sister city in Korea, Gunsan. And I'm also excited to say I've actually had an opportunity to visit Gunsan and had an incredible time.
I'd like to read a proclamation on behalf of the city. Whereas we congratulate the people of the Republic of Korea on this day, Korean National Foundation Day celebration.
Annyeonghaseyo is hello in Korean, by the way. My name is Jason Moon, and I'm a council member for the city of Mukilteo. I am a second-generation Korean American. Growing up here was difficult, to say the least. One example is, in the mid-'80s, I brought kimbap to lunch once. And my friends are like, ew, is that sushi? And I'm like, no, that's kimbap. That's what we eat when we go on picnics. Fast forward to today, Mukilteo has one of the highest concentrations of Korean Americans. Kamiak High School at one point had over 40% Korean ethnic or Korean American students. And currently, as a council member, I lead the Mukilteo Youth Advisory Committee. And one of my students said, oh, for lunch today, I had Spam, kimbap, and kimchi. And I was so proud because we've come so far. And so I'd like to appreciate Consul General Suh for the Republic of Korea for providing so much support for us Korean Americans who grew up in those times. And so let me share with you the proclamation of Korean National.
The Sky Opening Day, which is the Foundation Day. I am the first generation immigrant to the US, and before I became a council member, I actually had a chance to visit Seoul, Korea, and I fall in love. The culture, the food, it just immediately I fall in love, and I went back 2 more times. And looks like we have a competition here among other cities. We all claim that we have a wonderful culture. And
so much for this opportunity. My name is Satwinder Kaur. I'm a council president for City of Kent. And I know everybody's here talking about how diverse their communities are. Kent is actually #1 in Washington State as the most diverse. It's 10th most diverse in the country. So we do have 140 languages spoken in our school district. So we actually have that proven. And we do have very amazing community.
This plaque is presented to Secretary of State Steve Hobbs in recognition of the strong ties between Korea and the United States.
We all came here on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. So I propose a toast to shared prosperity. Cheers.
One,